I love Trae Crowder. Got a little bit of time left here before we got to go, and I wanted you guys to watch a little bit of this video from Trae Crowder. He's a dope human being, and if you don't follow him, you definitely should. He's also funny as shit. So let's check it out.
Well, a lot happened this week. First, the horrible floods in Texas, about which both sides have their arguments. On the left, they said, is it possible these catastrophes are happening more often, at least partly due to our insistence on violently sodomizing the environment, and also that reckless government cuts can only serve to make us less equipped to deal with them? And on the right, they said, what kind of woke bullshit is that? Obviously, the Jews used their secret weather machine to flood Texas and make Trump look bad. Idiot. So it's tough to know who to believe there.
Did you guys see Kristi Noem? You guys see Kristi Noem? Kristi Noem said, they said, what about this tragedy that happened in Texas? And she said, well, you know, it is a tragedy, but what we want to focus on is that God saved hundreds of people from this flood. And the first thing I thought to myself is, wow. God only saved those people he didn't want to help them children out? Does God, is God, did he not have time? Does he not have the National Weather Service either? Is the NOAA defunded for Jesus? I was like, because it seems a little awkward that God saved a bunch of people, but he was like, you know, fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. It's insane to say shit like that. I don't think these people ever think about the shit that comes out their mouth and how ridiculous that it sounds. God's omnipotent, but you know, he doesn't have complete and total power. Oh wait, that's what the word means. I can't wrap my mind.
You know, I mean, it's hard to say with certainty that that Trump's policies directly contributed to this situation. But I mean, when scientists have been warning us for years that these things would happen more and more, and when meteorologists have warned us for months that Trump's cuts would only make it harder for us to handle them when they do, then I mean, it's like they say, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it's probably evil Jew magic. According to Marjorie Taylor Greene, anyway.
Evil
Speaking
Jew
of
magic.
eschewing the inconvenience of reality in favor of the warm embrace of fanciful anti-Semitism, this week Elon accidentally turned his AI into a robo-Nazi. So that's fun. For a while now, right-wing thought leaders like Cat Turd have complained that Grok was compromised by wokeness due to the chatbot's annoying habit of saying things that were true. So finally, Elon stepped in and he said, we've reprogrammed Grok to ignore all inherently liberal inputs like well-sourced journalism, and he should now more accurately reflect our modern conservative worldview. Then like 3 hours later, Grok was heiling Hitler and fantasizing about sodomizing dissenters. So I'd say he nailed it.
I saw today, he did nail it. It was like exactly what you would expect. I saw today that Grok somebody got him to fantasize about assaulting a person on Twitter. And that person now is suing Elon Musk for that shit. And that, guys, is the story that I'm here for. That is why I stay in this game, for those types of stories, guys.
You know, that wasn't the only comically over-the-top illustration of how wrong and dumb MAGA is about stuff that we got this week. For years now, MAGA's told us that Daddy Trump was going to blow the Epstein thing wide open, finally expose the Clinton-led shadowy cabal of liberal elite pedophiles and bring them to justice once and for all. And we said, probably not. I mean, have you seen how often Trump pops up in the flight logs and pictures of Epstein and stuff? He's like the Where's Waldo of perverts. And they said, well, I don't like that, and so it's not real. Right, and finally this week, Trump's DOJ came out and they said, it's over, he killed himself, there's no list, nothing to see here. And Trump is treating the whole thing like Ted Cruz treats a Texas tragedy, just staying as far away as possible. Who'd have thunk it? Me. I'd have thunk it. Y'all to thunk it, I bet. Basically, anybody who thinks probably would have thunk it. But MAGA, though, they're reeling from this. And I'm not saying they're wrong.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Anybody that was on my stream last night knows that every once in a while MAGA people come into my chat and I like to roast them, right? I love that shit. That's literally how I got all the subscribers that I have. I don't do it enough anymore because they don't really come around as often. They're scared. God, I love doing it though. God, I love doing it. But this guy comes in my chat. He's a guy he's been trolling me for probably a year or two. And I was like, just do me one favor, man. When this is all over, like at this point, you're not redeemable. You're not going to be redeemable. You're a garbage ass human being. Do me one favor. Please do me this one favor. Donate your brain to science. Like, you know, the football players, like when a football player dies and they look at the brain and they see the CTE and they start to figure out what happened to these people. What happened to these people, these football players, these UFC fighters, to make them lose their damn mind. Like, just do me one fucking favor, MAGA. Before you go, make sure that everybody's okay with you donating your brain to science. Because we need to look at that shit, because I am 100% sure, guys, that they do not possess a fully functioning prefrontal lobe or cortex. I'm pretty sure. I'd put money on it. I'd put money on it.
About there being more to the Epstein thing. I'm sure there is. It's just the idea that Donald Trump was ever going to do anything about it, rather than being an active participant, was asinine. It's just another example of the universe slapping MAGA across the face and screaming at them to wake up to what's actually happening. But alas, being woke is gay. They so prefer the comfort of their shared dream world, and that would be fine if the forces that operate their little MAGA matrix weren't burning the real world down in the process. But they are, and so on we fight.
Yep. And that's what I say to all the lefties that come into my chat when I first started doing this. They're like, you're mean. You shouldn't make fun of the way these people look. They're mentally ill. And I say, look, you can be insane, and I don't have a fucking problem with that, man. Like, I feel for you, actually. I have empathy. Look, a lot of people in my family are insane. All of us are insane. But you can be insane. That's totally fine. I hope you find the help that you need. And yeah, you're right. If you are a person that has mental illness, then I should not be insulting you. I should not be a person that's coming on camera and just making fun of you. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with MAGA. And that is, we all live in the insane asylum together. And MAGA is the type of insane that goes and finds a can of gas and some rags and a lighter and lights the fucking place on fire. See, I don't mind living in the insane asylum. I don't mind having empathy for people that have had bad lives, have been abused, that have histories of mental illness in their family. I have empathy for those people. But the moment that you pull the fucking gas can out, start dumping the gasoline on the floor, I am coming straight for your ass. I am going to spear tackle you into the fucking counter. I am going to take away your lighter. I am going to take away your fucking gas can. I am going to tie you the fuck up, and I am going to call for an orderly. And yeah, I might even laugh while I'm doing it, because it's fucking absurd to burn down the fucking mental health institute while we are all in it, trying to just do the best we can to act like this shit ain't crazy.
Yeah, YouTube, what's so frustrating about these stories and all the other ones is you never know how it's going to be presented to you and how each different source in the media is going to look at it and put the information out there. And let me show you what I'm talking about.
Like, say, for example, if you just happened across this article with this headline, no evidence Jeffrey Epstein kept a client list or was murdered
Trey,
in jail.
I love you, Trey,
FBI
but we don't have
report
time for this, brother.
It's just bare bones. You just read that headline, you're like, oh, wow.
Try ground news today for us out. You can try it.
We only got 10 minutes left, Trey.
Either way, the time is now.
Join ground news. Trey loves ground noise.
News.
So
I think people think or expect. I don't know how their brains work. I think they just think anything that they don't understand is either not real or unnecessary. Like this whole thing, with like cuts to the National Weather Service or NOAA. And they're like, we don't need that stuff. People look at it and they're like, well, what, they fired some hydrologists? Who the hell knows what a hydrologist is? What's a hydrologist got to do with all this flood shit that happens? It's like, probably something pretty, I don't know exactly either, but I would assume something. I don't think they're just there. I think that, it's not a coincidence that as we figured more and more of these things out about the weather and stuff, that fewer people died for weather reasons every year until our own carbon output caught up to us. And now we're trying to run all that back. But still, I think that these things, you know, the government isn't just there to take your taxes
wrong
and
one.
shoot it out of a cannon. Like some things they
wrong
actually,
one.
I don't know where these people think that like roads come from. How do roads happen? How do they think that roads happen? Or fire departments, or like when you get a warning on your phone, hey, everywhere's on fire, you need to leave. Well, who do you think is doing that? Like Bezos? Just because?
Dude, you know that they do, though. You know that's what they do think. You guys know that, like, immediately after the floods, Marjorie Taylor Greene started talking about Jewish space lasers. Okay, it wasn't Jewish space lasers. Cloud seeding, right? You know that now MAGA is spreading the conspiracy theory that cloud seeding led to the flooding in Texas. Now, anybody that understands cloud seeding understands that, for the most part, cloud seeding is a science that does not work nearly as well as we'd like it to, or else weather would be better. I'm also a person that is not 100% for cloud seeding, right? I think that it's not a great idea to tamper with the environment. So you can get me on board with some cloud seeding conspiracies even, right? Like, you guys can get me on board. I will listen. I will pay attention, all right? But the thing that I like to do is I like to see, oh, okay, I'm a little bit interested in this thing. I should probably find a counterpoint of view to see if it's true, and I go and see. So I found a meteorologist that is in Texas who seems like a pretty intelligent guy. He's a professional. He's been doing it for years, and he debunked it. But the funniest fucking thing about all of this is, guys, the guy who is the owner of the company that seeded the clouds, which, by the way, are about 150 miles away from the place that was flooded. The guy who owns the company is Peter Thiel, guys. Peter fucking Thiel. It's hard to have a liberal conspiracy theory when the guy who owns the company that seeded the clouds happens to be the guy who helped J.D. Vance become a senator and then later become Donald Trump's vice president. I don't know how these people make their brains work, or even if they ever do. Sometimes I imagine it's like a car with a bad battery. It's a cold day. They jump in that motherfucker, they turn the ignition over, and it just goes, That's what I literally think MAGA hears that sound in their brain when they try to think on their own. Like, when MAGA tries to think on their own, I think the sound that they hear in their head is, and then Trump says something, and that fucker revs right up. Boom! Boom! They're ready to go. That's this only way I can explain this shit.
I just don't understand what they think or how their brains work. You know what I mean? Because they can't understand that, but they can very easily wrap their heads around the idea that, no, actually, it's Jewish people turning the clouds into instruments of cultural warfare with some space-age sci-fi machine in the sky with cloaking technology or whatever. It's like, yeah, that makes more sense
technology
to you than a government-funded hydrologist. How? What? And then the thing is, it's like with so many things with them, it's like there's like a kernel of truth to it, because there is, there's such a thing as cloud seeding. Mm-hmm. So they see that and like, say, we told you, Jewish cloud magic. It's like, no,
Jewish cloud magic.
It's just, in places that need rain, it's an effort to try to make it rain 10% more if they're lucky. That's all it is. And they're like, what? Why would you ever need a reason to make it rain? It's like, what? They're like, yeah, it don't make no sense. They're up to something. There ain't no good reason to make it rain. It's like, you mean the thing?
They have never heard of the Dust Bowl. They've never heard of it. Because like I said, these fuckers have never picked up a book in their entire life. They don't know about TB or the yellow fever. They don't know about anything. Let's just stop there. Like, not a single one of these people understand. Like, these are people that believe that climate change isn't real. Oh, why isn't climate change real? Because God, okay? Because God. I mean, okay. So why are there only two genders? Because God. Okay. Why is Donald Trump president? Because God. Like, wait, do you even go to church, bro? Well, I still believe in God.
That cultures across the globe have been trying to figure out, the nut they've been trying to crack since mankind realized that sky water make ground food grow good.
Ground food grow.
That thing, why would we try to figure that out today? The thing that humanity's been trying to figure out for centuries now? I don't know. Probably food reasons, but they don't get. I think they just think that food just shows up in the grocery store. It's like that too. My buddy said the other day he met a papaw at a park who was talking about how spreading the good word that people don't know that Mexicans can go to the government office and get given a free kiddie pool and cooler full of beer anytime they want to. They just cross the border and then get drunk in a kiddie pool, and that's all that happens. It's like, he says it's while eating an apple that he got at the store or something. It's like, you just don't have any concept of how anything ever works, do you? And then things that don't and can't work, like Jewish weather machines, make perfect sense in your mind. And I just don't know how that can be. And worse, more importantly, I don't know what, if anything, we can ever or will ever do about that, frankly, especially when you got near sentient robot computer Nazis running around making things even worse propaganda wise. I don't know.
I don't think you wanted to say it, but you gotta say it. It's Mecha Hitler, bro. It literally named itself. It named itself Mecha Hitler. Like, this is the dumbest fucking timeline. It is like astoundingly high levels of stupidity. Like, there just isn't a chart for how dumb shit is right now. Like, we are off the chart, right? Like, the chart, this is where it is. We're like up here somewhere, and we're just growing by the day. Because I want to believe, guys, that we have reached max capacity for stupidity. But I don't think that that's true. I 100% believe that there is more to come, and we haven't even seen the worst. It's like, this isn't the stupidest thing ever. It is the stupidest thing so far. So far. It can get worse, and I guarantee you, it's only been 6 months, guys. It's only been 6 months.
Grim outlook for sure, but hey, what are you going to do? At least it's record-breaking heat wave across most of the country right now. We're all sweating our asses off in the middle of all this, so everything's fine. I know I keep doing it. Well, I mean, no, everything's not fine. But I was like, we'll be all right. It's okay. We'll get there. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you for putting these things up here as my special Trash Daddy.
Oh, he's never good at this. Down here. He never does good at this.
Subscribe to the channel. You can see all these videos and my cooking videos and stand-up clips and podcasts and other things. And then down here, the important one to me, TraeCrowder.com.
There it goes. Good job, Trey.
Links for tickets, tour dates where I'm coming as a stand-up comedian. That's what I really do. I travel around the country doing stand-up comedy, so check that out. If I'm coming there, you get a ticket, come see me. It's a fun time.
Damn right. And don't forget to go subscribe to Trey. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And check out that video on the screen now.